Okay, so the team had already insisted on their conclusion that they had insisted on introducing stricter laws when Rishit had already said that people have no fear on law. By putting in more stricter laws, how is it going to help when they don't care about laws, first of all? Second of all, how much is this clothing of women affecting molestation?
So, if the laws are strict, the people will be afraid or they will be punished harsh. So once they're punished harsh, one or two examples are taken, people will stop themselves because they'll know that what happens.
You know, India is one of the most corrupt countries on the cases of bribes. So once things like this happened, especially it happened in a very narrow street, it wasn't as big as the Nirlayan case until and unless the CCTV was published in Facebook. So if it was not seen in CCTV and if any policeman walked past by and did catch them, if that person was given with 10,000 rupees, say 10,000 rupees, he would have left the case, right?
So again, it brings you back to being true to yourself and being true to what you're doing. If a policeman is taking a bribe, it's not what he does.
Moral values can be insisted on, but what is the concrete method that we can use to make them stop such vulgarities of nature?
Taking bribe and everything which affects anything of the safety, they should make strict laws about that. Anything.
They are talking about women's safety and you don't have any questions? That's strange. Anybody want to ask anything to them?
Okay, I just want to ask, the first question is going to be that, do you think the laws made in India for the protection of women is as strong as the ones made in the Middle Eastern countries? Which one is?
Can you repeat the question?
That the laws made for the protection of women in India is as strong as it made by Middle Eastern countries like Saudi or UAE.
It's not as strong as them because
Okay, then why isn't the Indian government putting up strong laws for the protection of women and creating fear in those men who think this way, and not really act like this?
It's a transportation happens zero, so it doesn't continue.
Because this is like human rights violation, so it's a serious issue of concern.
because you are telling me that you want rules like Saudi to be in India, so you want women not to have freedom. You want women like need to go everywhere. You are the one who suggested Saudi
See,
Arabia.
freedom doesn't mean the advantage of freedom. Okay, I'm talking for the protection of women. Like, see, are you telling me that the laws made in UAE and Saudi are same?
No,
So I mentioned UAE too.
yeah,
I mentioned UAE.
Saudi as well.
Then why are you giving Saudi Arabia as an example?
Because
I have
Saudi
Middle
as
Eastern
well.
countries. I mentioned Middle Eastern countries.
Alright, fine. UAE has like they do not promote this thing as well, but then it is a tourism country right now, and no one minds about the clothes what women are wearing. But if it's in Saudi, if they are going outside
Because of tourism, are they?
yes, it is a tourism.
That's because of tourism.
Should I answer your question?
Yeah, anybody from audience want to rebut his point?
What is okay, then we'll
Rebut his point
Women.
that that type of law would essentially lead to a better security or not is debatable. Yes, please.
want to say.
So as you told that India should also have laws like the UAE and Saudi. So you suggest that that's a good solution. So as strong as them, yeah, why not? So you know which law is actually used in these countries, right? The Sharia law. I think you're aware of them, being from there. So you are speaking, you're telling that India should have these laws because they're very strong. You're speaking for women's rights mainly, right? These laws have been mocked at by at least every country in the world because you are speaking about women's rights. What about human rights? These laws, should I tell you about them? 80 lashes for kissing in public. You think that's humane? You will be stoned to death if you are in a relationship with some other lady other than your woman. Stoned to death? I don't think that's humane at all. What about men? Okay, women's safety is important. Even men are humans at the end of the day. So,
Pranav, about women following Western culture, that wasn't stated by me, that was stated by the editor of News Minute. So it was quoted by him, not by me, and I don't go with that opinion. But that was just a cause.
But that's what you propagate, right?
Yeah. Oh no.
You have to have something, yeah.
Why do girls always have to be told about their dressing sense? Why can't men change their mindset?
It was already stated, the question was asked.
I asked the question and he answered. But you can get just she asked.
It was stated that boys should change their mentality. They should be teached how to respect women. And I don't think it's a fault of girls or women.
In the Delhi rape case, what happened was the molester's lawyer, he said that there's no mistake of the molester. The reason for it being the girl went out with her boyfriend in the night. So I feel personally that the law or the law agents are actually encouraging the boys or the molesters in a wrong way. What is your comment about this?
The point which you have said is really good, but at the end of the day, it's their profession, and this is what they do. It's their profession, they practice it, and yeah, they can lie for that too.
Hello. Do you genuinely feel that the laws in our country are not really strict? My point is it like the laws are not strict, or is it that we take too much time to solve a case? Punishment should be given immediately after the mistake, right? It's not after like a guy gets into a rape case and then he is punished after 20 years. So that itself loses the genuinity of that punishment. So is it that our rules are not strict? First point. Second point, for anything and everything without looking into the issue, Human Rights Commission interferes. So if a guy is punished for any such constitution or anything, and if he is sentenced to death, don't know from where Human Rights Commission will come to stop that. So what do you have to say about that? My point is, do you genuinely feel that our laws are not strict?
I feel the laws are strict enough, but the execution is very, very slow.
That's all, it's my opinion.
So if the execution is done immediately, the laws become strict, right?
Yes, the laws are strict enough, but the execution just need to be faster. That's all.
Corruption is another main factor.
I would like to add a point to Advait's point. That is that for execution, for giving a punishment, there should be solid proof. So usually the lawyer in the court, they ask for proof, which the people fail to show. If they are, they usually removed by the people who have power.
Isn't it because of corruption that everything is being tracked?
It is because of corruption.
So one of you made a statement saying that as a precaution, obviously the women should avoid wearing western clothes.
No, it was clarified by him.
That has been answered. The question has been asked and he has answered that attitude of men has to change.
Yeah, I was reading one of the interviews and one of the royalty molesters who was proven to be one. Then he was saying that he was basically supporting the molesters. Okay, and he was supporting the molesters. And in the Delhi rape case, there was a minor. Of 16 or 17. He was left free after 1 or 2 years of his sentence. And even after the law was changed, he was not taken into the custody. So what do you think about as Advait said that the laws are strict enough, but according to this, a rape case as severe as that, I don't think that will be.
As this question was already asked by one of the judges, that kid was not brought up properly. There was no proper education for him and he was not interested in education anymore. So that's why we insisted on improving education system.
Educated, so he's not aware.
He was not brought up properly.
So he was not aware enough and not
Yeah, when you have bad influence, he had bad company.
So he can be left. He shouldn't be taken.
He can't be left. He was not left.
He was left.
He was not.
He was not taken again in the custody back when the laws were changed. So as Advait said, the laws are strict enough. I contradict that one.
No, but the law has been changed.
But he wasn't taken into custody.
Yes, he's been taken back. Yes.
Thank you audience for your kind interaction. Now I would like the judges